Hey everybody, I'm trying an experiment. I've got YouTube here, and I thought I would simultaneously, as a test, go on and try and go live with Facebook too. So that's what I'm doing. I'm live on two platforms. Take a look at this. This is what I'm doing. I've got, see this? I've got Facebook and YouTube. The YouTube one is more lasting. So, and it's a test. I've never done this before. You're either going or coming, but the result is the same. And so I'll get started. There has been a lot of talk, and I hope everybody is healthy. Uh, a lot of talk uh, about the Raiders in Las Vegas, their stadium under construction, as you know, and um, basically what's happening with it, and and whether or not it will achieve the point where it's actually finished and open. And I get questions about this quite a bit. Hey, do you think the Raider Stadium is going to open on time? I get that a lot. Do you think the Raider Stadium is going to go open on time? And I remind everyone that the original opening date for the Raider Stadium was supposed to be, uh, it was supposed to be, see, this is me on Facebook, interesting. Um, hey, PJ, I'm also on Facebook. See that? I'm multi-platforming here. But at any rate, it was supposed to be. And the thing about it is on here, you don't know what I'm talking about. See, I can't make a title here. And ultimately, as I title it, it's not going to be searchable. If I say edit post, right? And it says, say something about this video. Okay. Um, I will say basically what I said before. Hold on a second. I will use the title that I used and I borrowed, if you essentially, from Facebook, and it's not letting me get that, so I have to get this another way, right? Um, okay. Um, okay. There's the title. It's Las Vegas Stadium sponsors. Okay. Settings. Edit post. Hey everybody, how you doing? Las Vegas Stadium and Las Vegas Raiders. I should say Las Vegas Raiders Stadium sponsors suffer. Sponsors, got it. Suffer during pandemic. That's it. Yeah. So there's the title. See, now it appears, right? Las Vegas Stadium sponsors suffer during pandemic. So I'll share that. I'll share now, right? On Facebook. So I'm on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. PJ, thanks for joining me. He says, PJ says, I think the stadium will open the day the Raiders have the first game for preseason. I'm spitballing. He says, I'm not sure. I know things can change, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure either, but I can tell you one thing, that the first concern, the one thing that hasn't been talked about at all, are the Raiders Stadium sponsors and their fate. And you would say, okay, who are the sponsors? And there are 9 founding partner sponsors. Founding partner sponsors are not all of the sponsors, okay? They are just the ones who've agreed to be in this exclusive club of people that have paid north of $30 million and upwards in many cases of, say, $400 million for Allegiant Stadium to put their name on the stadium. And it's worth a discussion about what will happen to it. In fact, as I go down through the Raiders website, the sponsors were once featured, right? But now there used to be a little thing that says sponsors, right? That says news, multimedia teams, history, Las Vegas Raiders Foundation, fans, Espinal Audio Media Center mobile app. So something has happened because they don't even list the sponsors anymore here. All right. They don't even list the sponsors anymore here on this. They don't even list the sponsors anymore. Take a look at this. Okay. This is the website, and the sponsors are not even listed. Okay. There used to be a sponsor page here. See that? Media Center, Spinol, fans, Raiders. Used to say sponsorships. This says history in this Las Vegas. Maybe it's here. Maybe they moved it over here. Hope so. And okay. There it is. Founding partners of Allegiant Stadium. There we go. There we go. Okay, right there. All right. So let's go through and see what they have. There's Rocket Phones, right? MGM Resorts. There's Raiders and Intermountain are really for the headquarters, but they're listed here. Ford, not Ford Motor Company, really. All right. It's really Desert Ford Dealers to become official automotive partner of Allegiant Stadium and the Raiders. Okay. And so then San Manuel Casino. All right. And you've got right here Reyes Coca-Cola Bottling. There's another. Twitch, Credit One Bank, and then America First Credit Union. To round out, you've got Caesars Entertainment here, Cox Business, and Allegiant Stadium. All right, so those are the 9 founding partner sponsors. Now, there's supposed to have been 12. In fact, you know what? Let's count these. I think there's supposed to be, I believe there's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12. Good. They have 12 founding partner sponsors, so they hit their mark. That's great news. Mark Boudin said that the target was to have 12 founding partner sponsors. Got it. Now, get this. I talked to a number of people who have done sponsorships for facilities or set up sponsorships, and everyone has told me that it's a big mess because, and I've secured sponsorships for my own events and websites and everything else, but I asked one, I said, will the Raiders be able to collect their first $20 million from, say, Allegiant Airlines of their $400 million agreement, or Caesars or MGM? And the answer I got back was hell no. Hell no. Take MGM Resorts, one of the founding partner sponsors. They furloughed 90% of their workforce. Caesars Entertainment has furloughed 60,000 people. MGM Resorts furloughed 60,000 employees. Caesars Entertainment furloughed 90% of its workforce. On top of that, UK Gaming Commission, United Kingdom, slapped a $13 million fine on Caesars Entertainment, a record level, just last week. So they're not feeling too good there. And you have to say that what's going to happen with the Raiders' ability to pay back the Bank of America loan of $650 million plus interest that it borrowed when Sheldon Adelson said, "Hey, look, I'm out of here. I'm not putting any money into the stadium because I felt that Mark Davis and company double crossed me regarding the deal." Now, why? Because the original lease that was crafted did not mention Sheldon Adelson or Las Vegas Sands, even though Adelson brought Davis to Las Vegas and Nevada and then lobbying engineered the $750 million naming rights, the $750 million subsidy that was let by way of a bond issue from Clark County using a special hotel tax. And by the way, if that hotel tax annual bond debt is not paid when it's due at various points in the year, the taxpayers pay it. Okay? The taxpayers. So here we are now with the Raiders in what would appear to be a very precarious position that hasn't been talked about till now. And that is, what are they going to do with the money that would be used to pay off Bank of America? Because the way the funding is breaking down, it's $750 million from the public, $500 million from the Raiders, which breaks down to $250 million in PSLs, and then $250 million from the NFL. Or if you like, $200 million from the NFL and then $100 million from the Raiders. And here's the question, here's the point. Originally, the Raiders were poised such that they could use that sponsorship money or part of it to begin to pay back the Bank of America line of credit. But that's dried up. Part of the Bank of America line of credit was also going to be used and had been used to pay part of the total construction cost. In fact, according to the Construction Monitor's report of last year, specifically last July, I believe, that had already started being a thing, where they were taking money from sponsorships as they were coming in and applying it to stadium construction. But they're still not done. And how do they pay back Bank of America without an income base to do so? Will you say suites? Well, suites are sold, but not the season tickets in them. In fact, I take that back. I don't know if the suites are sold. It's one thing to buy the PSL, but the Raiders have not made an announcement that all of the suites have been sold. In fact, let's double check that because I want to be accurate here. And so I'm typing Raiders, Las Vegas, luxury boxes. Or luxury suites. There's a suite rentals, and they already have suite rentals available for Garth Brooks on the 22nd and UNLV Rebels versus your sturdy California Golden Bears on the 29th, and UNLV Running Rebels football versus Louisiana on the 5th. Now, suites. There's your suites. Let's check to see if there's any news. And no news. Kawai's condo news, but no news specific to our discussion. They say that the here it is. Premiums and low seats are sold out. So they're sold out. And that's good. That's good. Allegiant Stadium suites and low seats are sold out. Awesome. But that doesn't mean you can't experience the NFL and other world-class events in Las Vegas, the live entertainment capital of the world. And so they apparently have single game tickets. You can have tickets in your own private suite. And but they're not saying. It was quite a gorgeous picture. Have a look at this, folks. Have a look. See that? There's Mark Anthony Jones. TV at your seat in a club setting. Quite cool. So, but trouble is they're not saying well, they are saying it. What I was trying to say is they're not saying if you can get, and I believe that's because they haven't announced the games, but it's not saying that you can get, wow, what a gorgeous setup. This is what I'm talking about. That you can get them on a single game basis, but I believe you can. See that? That's nice. That's nice. But the problem is, if they're sold out, is an installment plan necessary, and also can they ask for those back? It's a precarious situation if you have people who paid for these but turn around and they need the money. Maybe they've cut off a credit card. You don't know what's going on back there. And all it adds up to something very, very dicey. Will the NFL step in? Some more unknown questions. In this, the President of the United States has said he wants to see football in the fall, both college and pro. Now, Donald Trump would have to pay a pittance to make that happen. And they are sweet chairs, aren't they? Hey, it's quite nice what they've got going there. Bible study says it's really nice. There's talk the New Orleans could lose the 2024 Super Bowl because of conflict with Mardi Gras. I think if that happens, Las Vegas should get the Super Bowl for that year. 2024. Well, Las Vegas has some kinks to work out because you have to remember something that New Orleans. I seriously doubt that New Orleans would lose the Super Bowl for Mardi Gras. I mean, I just don't see that happening. Las Vegas still has preparations regarding the stadium that have to be made. And it has to go through a shakedown before the NFL is ready to say, okay, you know what? You can have a Super Bowl. That's the reason it hasn't been gotten. There are issues with parking. There are issues with transportation. There are issues with sorting out the hotel situation. And now you got this. And no one knows, hey, JB, no one knows when all this is going to be resolved. Because right now people are hurting and need money. And the trouble is that all of us are in this common standard way of thinking that's applicable to a world we knew. Bible study say, oh, yeah, I forgot all about all that. Yeah, this is a big deal. It's a big change, folks. It's a big change. Joseph Armendariz says if Trump wants sports to resume in September, he should prepare us right away instead of waiting until the virus hit the States, even though he had advance warning. Yeah. JB says, you live stream? Yeah, I'm live streaming. This is live stream. I'm live streaming here and on Facebook. And I was going to try one of those Jitsi things and multi setups and everything, but it's not clear exactly how to make it work with respect to YouTube and Jitsi. I didn't feel like messing with it. I thought, well, you know what? I'll do this. And I could have tried StreamYard, which is what Mason does, and I'll try it next time. My thing about StreamYard is that it's not. I was about to say is it's not entirely free. It is, but then on the other hand, Jitsi does charge you, and is going to start charging because of the traffic they're getting, and this all comes in total because of the demand that's placed on all of these networks because we're all sheltered in place. And I hope everybody's staying healthy. My live stream is sort of behind. Well, that might be because I've got, you know why? I've got two streams going. I've got is that right? You know what's happening? I think it's because this is why. Because I've got this going and I've got Facebook at the same time, right? So that's why you're seeing that. And I think what I'm going to have to do then, with you telling me this, okay, is I'm going to have to pick one and then get rid of the other. And so I think I'm going to have to close down the Facebook one because, yeah, this is the Facebook one, and the Facebook one is frozen. Yeah, this is the Facebook one, okay? So it was a nice experiment. 22 minutes. You heard something there, but I'm going to end it. And if I end it, all right, it says if you end this live stream video now, you will be able to choose if you want to save it or delete it. And I said, okay. And so I am going to save it, say it's okay. And view post. And so the first part of that post is up, or it's being processed on Facebook. So that's out of the way, okay? It's an interesting experiment. Sluggish. So now I believe what will happen, and there is a bit of a delay, is that this will come more into alignment as we go along. We'll see. All right. Juan Ramirez, Donald Richardson. Donald says, I'd like to see Trump at these sporting events that he wants to bring back. Ha. And Juan Ramirez says, good evening, family. God bless everyone this night's. Fear is no match for faith. Amen to that. Joseph says, this lagging is not unusual for the channel. It's a few seconds behind. Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm going to say a prayer right now, mainly because of what's going on and the fact that, I'm going to stop this early because I need to get rest because I woke up. I went to bed very late, very early into the morning. Was filling out applications and forms like a lot of people, stressed, and then I woke up, woke up with having had a cold sweat, and did this live stream interview with this woman who was verbally attacked by a gentleman. I'm not even calling him a gentleman. And she blasted him back on video for being racist. So I had a call trying to bring them together. He didn't want to be a gentleman. She was saying, hey, look, you treated me incorrectly. What I have to apologize for? I was the one who was harassed, right? It was a window into an ugly soul. I have to just, in my opinion, and I have the right to say that, because that man, all he had to do was say, I'm sorry, I had a bad day. But he had to modify it and everything else. And it we talk about focusing on humanity, folks. That was an example. When I kept trying to appeal to his better angels, didn't happen. I think that made me sick. 1 second delay, by the way, between voice and the action before it. But I digress. All right. Let me get to what the problem is with these sponsors. Let's go one by one. All right. I talked about Caesars is in trouble. They've laid off 90% of their workforce. MGM Resorts furloughed 60,000 people. Remember San Miguel? San Manuel Casino closed until further notice. Okay. 3 major founding partner sponsors of 12. And then throw in Allegiant with its own problems. That's 4. Representing roughly 40%. Representing roughly 60% of that's by hypothesis, of the sponsorship totals raised by the Raiders and Legends Entertainment, the firm owned in part by Jerry Jones, for Las Vegas Stadium. Wow. Wow. So is the NFL going to get more money? Does the NFL have more money to kick in because of its own sponsors and how they're impacted? I'm laying out the questions. I don't have all the answers to them, but I'm working on them. John Akala says, did you see where Rams official said he is now unsure SoFi Stadium will be finished on time now? I saw that. He also said this is not the right time to be finishing stadiums. I agree with you. That was Kevin Dimoff, the chief operating officer of the Rams, who said that, and he's right. This is not the time to be finishing stadiums. This is the time to stay alive, to worry about your health. You know, Bible study says, hey, since Donald is in for mod, I'm going to bed. Right now, allergies is kicking my butt. Hey, get your rest, PJ. I'm going to sign off too because I want to get to bed. My body is upside down. I'll see you. And we'll pick this up. I know we've only been 28 minutes, but we'll pick this up tomorrow. I apologize, folks, but let's all pray for each other. Hold on a second. But dear Lord, please help us get the strength, nutrition, rest, patience, and happiness that will allow us to not just survive, but thrive this horrible period. In Jesus Christ's name I pray, amen. All right. Get your rest, folks. I'm going to get mine. And as JB just wrote, have a safe and good night, everyone. I think I'll eat ice cream. Amen. I'll see you. Okay. See you guys. See you a lot.